You know, maybe it's not fair to call somebody Mr. Excitement because there are tons of exciting young players going to the next level. But Derrick Rose, his game and what he did at the University of Memphis was nothing short of sensational, exciting, getting them to the Final Four championship game. 6'3", 180 pounds, and you see his numbers, and maybe his numbers don't really translate into what a good player he's going to be or how good he's going to be. But that's why we got Ryan Blake here to kind of help us out. Talk to me about what you see from this young fella.
Well, Derrick Rose came out this year as a highly touted freshman point guard, and he came in and he helped lead Memphis into the Final Four and into the national championship game. But he was a guy that really stepped up during the NCAA tournament when some of his other teammates could not bring it up to the table. I mean, he's strong, he's versatile, he's a leader, he can get into the lane. His concerns that you do have with him is that he's not a strong three-point shooter, his range. But here's a guy that shot 47% from the field. He could get in, and he's strong. And I think what he did, it was even more important, that is when he wasn't scoring the ball, he was able to get the ball into the hot hand. And he could see plays develop two or three plays in advance.
And you talk about the facilitating there. I have a question for the non-numbers part of his game, and maybe that's attitude. I mean, here's a guy that actually went to his teammates to ask if it was okay if he shot the ball more during the season.
Yeah, and that's what I like about him. I mean, you had Dozier, you had CDR on the team as well, and he was the second or third leading scorer on the team. He did those things, but he was also a communicator. He was a communicator just by vision, looking in his teammates' eyes. He had a great feel for the game, but also he was a defender, and he was a go-to guy on the defensive end. In other words, if he would make sure that he would stifle his opponent or go and get the rebound.
I would get very excited watching his elevation, but again, I have no hops at all. So you have more expertise on that. Talk to me about his jumps.
Well, I mean, his German hops are a little bit German, but
okay,
or maybe Austrian. But the thing that was great, what I liked about him is when he would get into the lane, he was a guy that could accept body contact. He could finish. He could finish amongst traffic, but he was also could accept contact, and he could dish the ball off. He was a guy who's always dribbling with his head up and looking around. He wasn't just looking to score. So if there was a separation or the parting of the seas, he could go in and score with ease.
You know, not too many people can go and perform for their hometown, especially if their hometown's a big, great American city like Chicago. But if that is the case for Derrick Rose, how do you think he'd be able to adjust?
I think he'll come in. I don't know if he'll make an immediate impact. They've got some guards. There's going to be some changing. I don't know if Miami is or if Chicago is going to play it off a little bit, and if Miami really wants him that much. But I think when he comes in, he's going to get an ample amount of time to improve and to get that game toughness or experience.
All right, so you expect him to be a sensational pro?
I don't. Well, yeah.
And don't let me put words in your mouth.
Well, I think he's going to be good. I think it's going to be. He's going to take a little bit more time than what we're going to see. Okay, and it depends. If he comes into Miami, I think you're going to have an immediate spot open, and Wade's going to be over on the side. Okay, and then if he goes to Chicago, I think he's going to take a little bit more time.
Well, we will keep our eyes without question on the man, Derrick Rose from the University of Memphis. And don't forget, basketball fans, for more coverage on the NBA draft and much more, be sure to tune in to NBA TV, your all-access channel for everything basketball.